Imagination is more important than knowledge. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. In the middle of difficulty lies the opportunity. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. The only source of knowledge is experience. Intellectuals solve problems. Geniuses prevent them. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. The only real valuable thing is intuition. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. You never fail until you stop trying. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the university president. By delving into nature, you will gain a deeper understanding of everything. Everything great and inspiring is created by the individual who can labor in freedom. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. I am thankful for those who said no to me. It's because of them I'm doing it myself. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Imagination is the highest form of research. Small is the number of people who see with their eyes and think with their minds. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he can receive. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Information is not knowledge. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulate the creative mind. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. Creativity is intelligence, having fun. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. The world we have created is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Only a life lived for others is worthwhile. Never lose a holy curiosity. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their hearts. When the solution is simple, God is answering. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. A true genius admits that he knows nothing. Where there is love, there is no imposition. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has limits. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. Nothing happens until something moves. We cannot despair of humanity since we are human beings. The only thing that you have to know is the library's location. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. You have to learn the rules of the game. And then you have to play better than anyone else. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. There comes a point in your life when you need to stop reading other people's books and write your own. Pursuing truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you mine are still greater.